Cowboys are now a game and a half back after the Eagles collapse. And y'all thought I was crazy.
Ill will make the beat bounce.
What's good, people? It's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys Fan Talk. Right back. Like I never left. What's going on with y'all? Hope y'all had a great Monday. I know it's Tuesday, but I hope y'all had a great Monday, because I did. You know what I'm saying? Sorry I was MIA yesterday. Got a lot of things going on. Daughter got a recital coming up, but that's neither here nor there. It's neither here nor there. Listen, if you like the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Thank y'all for the support. Also, shout out to my channel sponsor, Sleeper, for sponsoring the video. I appreciate Sleeper. Hey, listen, vibes is up in Dallas. We don't need no goofy inflatable bunny neither. So the vibes is up. Go to Sleeper, use code CFT, get a 100% match bonus. Go find the Vikings game that we got coming up this Sunday night. I would suggest you do some overs. After that loss, I think we're going to bounce back in a major way.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using code CFT. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
Thank you, Sleeper, for sponsoring the video. Now, Cowboys got a lot of things going on, y'all. And I ain't going to just focus on last night when the Eagles collapsed to the Chargers. But I will talk about that. Let's talk about a couple of things going on in Dallas. Notably, Jerry Jones is in New York for whatever reason. He got business dealings. And some people caught up to him. They caught up with him on 103 How the Fan, and they was tasking him about Trayvon Diggs and George Pickens. And, Jerry did his thing supporting Pickens and Diggs, and I appreciate that. I'll play a little bit of the audio here in a second, but I appreciate our owner going out there and pretty much putting us, because no one else's opinion, maybe Stephen Jones, matters about the George Pickens thing more than him. Jerry's opinion matters the most. He's not taking shots at him in the media like he was doing with Micah at the end. And I like the positivity. Don't let them try to bait you into hating on George and creating turmoil in Dallas like there's turmoil in Philly. We're good. Yes, that last game may have been a bad look the way it came out, but we're going to move forward. We're not even going to stress that. We're going to move forward. George Pickens hopefully has an amazing game versus the Vikings, and we can put that to bed. Also, hearing them talk about Trayvon Diggs, just saying if Diggs is good, he's going to be out there. I like that. Because, I was one of the people that I had beef with Diggs over the summer, earlier in the season. I had moved on. Diggs got hurt or whatever the reason. We'll talk about that another time. And, we started to play well, and everybody's like, we don't need Diggs. And I was one of the people that was standing out there saying, yes, we do. Yes, we do. And it looks like we do. So Jerry says if he's healthy, he's going to play.
The Minnesota Vikings this weekend. And
Hey, good morning, Jerry. How are you?
hey, man, good morning. How we doing?
Awesome. After last night, did you stay up, and how did you react?
Well, I watched the game flying up to New York. I'm overlooking Central Park right now, but real excited. They didn't have to put any fuel in the plane. I just flew up here on my own.
How are you looking at y'all's path moving forward now as of today?
Well, again, I know it's cliche, but we've got to concentrate on the Chargers. On the Minnesota Vikings this weekend, and that's a big game for us. But, boy, you see that, you need to stay in there every play. Every play is meaningful right at this particular time, and we sure got a shot at this thing.
I personally, I guess, underestimated the severity of Trayvon Diggs' knee when we expected to see him back last week. Was the knee just that bad in holding him back? And do you think he'll be good for the Vikings?
Well, for the same reasons that last week, we had some expectations that probably leaned toward him playing. last week, and it didn't happen. And that's the nature of injury. And in his particular case, that was right at a game time decision. And so we'll take a look and do the very same thing this week. And if he's ready to go and has the week of practice, that would and we've got a lot of eyes on him, boy. A lot of eyes out there at practice. And again, that's not negative. That's just we got a lot of eyes on him. And so if he likes what he sees, feels, we like what we see in terms of putting him out there, he'll be active.
Jerry, I guess we kind of have a similar Diggs discussion as we do George and trying to figure them out, where it seems like it's a little bit more of a complex discussion. Is that fair to say? Is Trayvon Diggs more of a complex individual? And what are we not sometimes understanding and getting with figuring out Trayvon?
Well, therein lies our discussion, fundamental, comparing separate human beings with each other and assuming that they have comparable problems. Both of them trying to play football for the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm not trying to be trite.
Yep.
But both of them are very skilled players, Pro Bowl type players, unique skilled players. Okay. Now then, it boils down to the luck of injury. I'd say that Pickens is much healthier than Trayvon. And I would say that both are competitors.
And Shoddy said he was going to catch up with George. What did he get out of that conversation, and how do you feel differently, if at all, about George's performance against Detroit today?
Well, let me say this. One of the things that you got to appreciate about George Pickens is his intensity for the competition. Now, he is a big-time competitor. Those are not the kinds of things that you normally hear addressed when you're thinking of things that George could do better on. But boy, when it comes to competing, when it comes to loving the game, and I emphasize that point right there, loving the game, then I give him A pluses.
Where others, fans and some analysts are saying, no, the competition in that game was not up to par and up to standard. Can you touch on either of those, Jerry?
Well, I don't look at the same thing they're looking at. I look at what George Pickens has done all year. I can look at a game. If you want to look at a game and compare it to the rest of the year, which you should, then you can get your answer. But just so that I'm real clear about it, I don't have the concern that the debate about what George Pickens did or didn't do in that game, I don't have that kind of concern about him as far as his competing and helping us win football games on the field at all.
Now, with all that out of the way, let's talk about last night. Cowboys 6-6-1. Record still sounds like a bite combination. It sucks. But it is what it is. Losing to Detroit, all hope seemed to be lost. I know me. I'm Captain Optimistic. My last video did 20K, by the way. Appreciate y'all. I don't usually do 20K. I appreciate the support. People were saying, yo, you did the math wrong. You did this wrong. You did that wrong. Maybe I did. That was off the cuff. I don't read. I'm off the dome with it. I'm like Jay-Z. You know, I don't do ghost writers. I don't go steal people's information. But the premise was there. We still had a chance. And if things break our way with some teams losing, we had a chance at the wild card. That's not dead neither. It's highly unlikely, but some teams start losing. Yes, I had the whole tie thing wrong. Fair. But the tie in this does make sense. Instead of being 2 games back, if it was a loss, we're a game and a half back. Meaning, if the Eagles lose 2 more games, that's when last night comes into play. If they lose 2 more games, we're right back in this thing. We are right back in this thing. So as mad as you want to be at me for being incorrect, I was right about us still having a chance. And after last night, all of y'all on my page now. Welcome back. Y'all all feeling me now. Y'all like, yo, Rome, you know what? You might have been right. I know. Sometimes I'm wrong. A lot of times I'm wrong. But sometimes I'm right. And this is one of those times I'm right. We got a shot. Philly is in a 3-game tailspin death spiral that we started. Remember, we started this loss cascade. And the Cowboys We did just lose. So before I beat my chest all excited, we did just lose. But all this did was give us a chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
With that chance, we need to capitalize. We need to win. We lose to the Vikings, all this is stupid. It's for naught. We lose to the Chargers like the Eagles just did. This is for naught, right? We better be able to beat Washington and New York, And Washington is just here to play spoilers. Washington gets to play us and the Eagles twice. They want to bring some. They like, if I can't go, one of y'all can't go neither. They're here to play spoiler. It's weird. One day I'm be rooting for Washington, the next day I'm be trying to beat Washington. That's how this next couple of weeks is gonna go. Next couple of weeks is gonna go, and we'll get there when we get there. First things first, let's beat Minnesota. Let's beat Minnesota. Do I think it's possible? Absolutely. Do I think Minnesota's going to be an easy game? I said it on Twitter the other day. No. Go follow me on Twitter, man. Cowboys_fan talk. No, it's not going to be an easy game. The Vikings got a little life last week by beating the anti-lock breaks off the Washington Commanders, and they are here to play. And that's cool because ain't nothing worth having easy. So we need to go earn it. As far as the Eagles, we need them to drop 2 more games. It's hard to sweep a division rival, right? Especially when you play them that close together. They play Washington within 3 weeks. So can Washington steal a game? And can Buffalo, who is fighting for their playoff lives, they're most dangerous right now, can they steal a game? I say yes. We're going to see, though. Raiders, they probably going to lose. Eagles probably get them. That's fine. But I like our chances in both ways. I think that wild card's not dead. I think that the division's not dead. A lot of people are going to act like I'm crazy. I don't care. I was crazier yesterday. Now I'm a little less crazy today. Let's just see how this plays out. I think the Cowboys are a better team than a lot of people are giving us credit for. Our record does not match who we are. We made a lot of changes in season, and we're way different than we did when we started the year, and that's why we're better. But we got to finish strong because that last game, although we had it at 3, we still lost. No excuses. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't made any excuses since the Detroit loss. Go check I ain't made no excuses. We got to wear it. But take that loss, take that motivation, take the fact that the Eagles is Trinity the dash right now, put it into a pot, make an amalgamation of what you need to do next. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Confidence is up, y'all. For me, I hope your confidence is up too. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all later.